Welcome back, everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. Today I'm bringing you a full natural movement session. This one's for beginners and it's groundwork. You don't really need any equipment, maybe a yoga mat, something like that. But we're gonna get right into it. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever it happens to be. This workout is gonna be basically just a general light movement workout. It's not going to be real intense. It's not going to focus on anything specific. It's going to be a general whole body movement program. We're going to start with groundwork, and the focus of this is to go through a whole bunch of different movements and move the body very completely rather than drill down and focus on a particular area. You're going to find probably that some of these things challenge you more than others. If you find that you need to take a break, take a break. Every time you do this, you're going to get better and better if you do it regularly. So we're going to be starting with groundwork. You don't really need any equipment for this session, except you may want a yoga mat if you're on something solid. I'm out here on concrete, so definitely some sort of cushioning. Like I said, it's not going to be real intense, so dress appropriately for the session. And we're going to get right into it by starting on the ground here. We're going to start face down, and we're just going to start by getting the body rotating. So I want you to pick up your right leg and bring it around behind you. We're only going to do a few reps of each movement. All of these reps should be nice and slow and smooth. One more on this side. Now again, don't force the movement. Do what you can do. Go to the other side. So on the left leg now. And this is going to activate all the muscles along the back of your leg and in your lower back and even your upper back to stabilize. Last one on this side. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to look over your right shoulder and bring your arm around behind you. Same deal. Slow and smooth, and hold the position for just a second. Other side. And one more. All right, you're gonna lay out flat and you're gonna bring your right leg over top of you and roll to your back. And now reverse the position. Now we're going to go to the left. And reverse the position. We're going to go two more to each side. To the left. I guess I was right, huh? And last one. Good. Now, I'm going to switch. You don't have to switch. You can just go over to your back. And we're going to practice rolling up to a sitting position. So we're going to start moving to our right, left foot on the ground, right arm out. You're going to push your right arm into your right elbow into the ground, push with your left foot, and you're going to roll to your side and come up to a sitting position. Again. And one more time. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. Left arm out, right leg up. Push with the right leg, left elbow into the ground. Come up to a sitting position. Again. And one more time. All right, from here we're going to work on a tripod. Well, we're going to build the base for a tripod transition here. So you're going to leave your Left foot in, right hand down. And all I want you to do is push with your left foot until you get your weight over your right arm. And when your weight is over your right arm, I want you to think about rotating your arm so that your shoulder is supported and it doesn't end up by your ear. All right? Good. Again. And one more. Other side. Again. And last one. Good. Let's go through that whole sequence again. So, face down. Right leg behind you. And third rep. Left leg. Again. One more. Good. Come up. You're going to look over your right shoulder, right arm behind you. Again. One more time. Left side. Again. And rep 3. Nice work. All right, now we're gonna do rolling. So we're first gonna go to the left and then to the right 3 times. Okay, right leg behind you and over. And back to the middle. Left leg and over. Good. And back to the middle. Try and control these rolls so you're not just flopping around. Make them nice and smooth. To the left. And over. To the right. And back to the center. Good. One more each way. Recenter. And last one. All right. To the roll up. Left leg up, right leg out. Push with the left leg. Over to the right elbow. Come up to a sit. Again. Last rep. Okay, other side. Right leg in, left arm out. Push up to a sit. Second rep. Excellent. And last rep. And let's work on those tripod positions. All right, left leg in, right leg out. And push up, keep that shoulder in position. Again. Rep 2. Excellent. And one more. Good work. Other side. Ready? Here we go. Nice. Second rep. Good. Last rep. Very nice. All right. let's give that a second to process, and then we're gonna put the roll up and the tripod transition together. We're gonna do them both back to back and make it a bigger movement. So you're gonna go from your back to sitting, all in one go. So we'll start down on the ground, left leg in, right arm out. You're gonna do your roll up to the right side, and then you're gonna push all the way up to your tripod position. So roll over, sitting, and up. Good. Again. All the way up to tripod. Now notice I'm using my offhand to counterbalance, one more, and generate just a little bit of rotation to make this a touch easier. That's fine, that's called efficiency. That's what you want. All right, other side. Right leg up, left arm out. Roll up to sitting. Push all the way up to your tripod position. Again. Roll up to tripod, back down. And last one. Roll up, push up, back down. All right. We're gonna do some work here in a hand-knee position, and we're just gonna kind of get things moving a little bit. So, hand-knee position here, and what I just want you to do is lean forward, lean backwards. We're just gonna get a little movement in the wrists and the shoulders and stabilize things. And you can put as much weight on your hands as is comfortable. If you need to, shift your weight back towards your hip more so that there's less weight on your hands. So we're just gonna rock back and forth like this a little bit and get things moving. All right, now we're gonna rock left and right. And again, putting only as much pressure on your hands as is comfortable. There's no need to force anything. If this is something that gives you a lot of trouble, the further you put your hands out in front of you, the less your wrists are gonna bend. And you can shift your weight back towards your hips more to take some of the weight off your hands. So make the exercise work for you. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in circles. So we're gonna go to the right. To the right doesn't really help, I guess, huh? Let's go clockwise. And start your circles small, and as you get comfortable, go a little bigger. Notice what your wrists are doing. Are you finding that parts of your hands are having a hard time staying on the ground? If you are finding that that's the case, then you're probably using too much motion. You're using more motion than your wrists have mobility for right now. Okay, switch, go the other way. So back your circles off, keep them nice and small. Do what you have to do so that you're not overwhelming joints. Remember, this is a slow and steady approach to building mobility rather than just making everything give up the fight and release. Good. Now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna practice picking up one limb at a time without sacrificing our position. So you want to think about withdrawing your shoulders and withdrawing your hips. Don't think about rocking to the side, all right? It's just a pickup. And this is gonna engage the muscles that are necessary for things like crawling and walking. And just take your time, feel this one out, because you may not have used these muscles this way in a very long time. Good. All right, now we're gonna practice right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg. So you're gonna go across at a diagonal. So right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg. And here you'll find out how your cross body stabilization is. If you have issues here, it'll show up in everything you do because this is a key motion for walking. If you can't stabilize in your hips or your shoulders, it's going to show up in other motor patterns. So this is a very good, fast way to evaluate your balance across your body. Good. Now we're going to bring our knees in and kick our feet out. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. And what you want to watch out for here is, as you're moving, try not to let your spine flex and extend a whole bunch. All right, this should be coming from the hip. The only place it should be moving is right here at the hip. Everything else should be nice and stable. If you only have a very short range of motion, that's fine. Work with that. It'll get better over time as long as you keep practicing. But if you start using a lot of spine movement to get your movement for the hips, then what's going to happen is that's going to, again, come into everything else you're doing, and you're going to develop back problems. All right? Just go back and forth with your right and left legs, feeling it out a little bit with each one. Slow and controlled. Okay? To the left side. Good. And watch for any rotation as you pick your leg up. You don't want to be rotating your hips either. Just nice and slow. Play with this. If you need to take a break, take a break. All right, let's move on to the upper body. So you're going to practice reaching out overhead. Reaching out overhead. And the same thing you want to look out for with the hips, you want to look out for with the shoulders. You don't want to be tilting your rib cage up. So, I mean, I personally have some shoulder restrictions, so you'll see that I don't get my arms straight out over my head. Something I'm working on, that's okay. Work with what you got. Reach overhead, hold the position for just a second, and then reset back to the bottom. Good. All right, other side. And again, we're just sort of playing and experimenting here. Move at your pace, nice and slow. Feel what your body's capable of. Feel where your body's sticky. Everybody's looking good. Keep it up. Okay. Now that we're a little warmed up with that, I'm going to challenge you a little bit. We're going to work from the hand-knee position, and you're going to stretch out your left leg and your right arm. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Good. We're going to do a few reps of those on each side. Take your time. Use as much range of motion as is comfortable. And do what you can do. We're going to do 5 reps on each side. Here we go. 1. And down. Good. 2. Excellent. Again, watch your hips aren't rotating. Try and maintain your balance here. Good. 4. Excellent. And 1 more. Very nicely done. All right, next one. So left hand, right leg. All right, here we go. Excellent. And you'll find, too, that you have one side that's better than the other. For me, 3, this side is more challenging. I'm a little bit less stable, but that's okay. And last rep. Good work. All right. Now, we're going to be doing just a little bit of work here, kneeling. If you have a problem with this, you can put a bolster so you're sitting up a little higher. If this one just doesn't work for you, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Any of these exercises, if you're in a position that isn't comfortable, use cushions, pillows, pads, blocks, whatever you have to do to make the position comfortable for you. You can put them under your knees, under your butt, hips, shoulders, whatever you got to do. All right, so we're just going to do a few reps to warm up the legs, and we're just going to come to a tall kneeling position. Good. Do 3 more reps. 2 more. And 1 more. Nice. Now we're going to stay at the tall kneeling position, and we are going to practice bringing one foot forward. So we're going to start with the left. You're going to shift your weight to your right leg, bring your left foot forward, and try and do it so you're not like throwing your leg forward, all right? This is a balance practice. It's going to be challenging. That's okay. That's what it's for. So 5 reps each side. We're going to start with the left. Shift your weight, left foot up, place it very politely, and back down. Again. Good. Number 3. Excellent. Watch you're not spinning your leg around to the side. 4. Good. And one more. Nice work. All right, let's do the other side. Ready? Good. Clothing in the way. Again. Nice work. Rep number 3. 4. And one more. Nice. All right, we are going to take this all the way from kneeling to standing. So the whole transition is going to be tall kneeling, foot forward, place your toes, stand all the way up, and back down. Good. So 5 reps each side. We're going to start with the left. And here we go. All the way up and back down. Excellent. Don't feel like you have to rush it. 2. Take your time and hit all the little points. Make sure you're comfortable with the movement. 3. This is about building movement patterns so that you don't have to think about doing it properly later. It just happens properly. 4. And one more. Nice work. Last one. Good. All right, other side. So right leg coming up. Tall kneeling, split squat position, all the way to the top. Back down. Again. Down. Number 3. And back down. Number 4. Good. Have you guys noticed a difference between sides? Is it consistent? Do some things give you problems on one side, not the other? It's a good thing to note. Last one. All right. And we're going to stay standing on this. We're going to work on some hip hinges. So hip hinge should come from, just like before, only from the hips. We're not using our spine. So a good way to give you an idea is you find the point of your hip here, follow it straight around to the front, and that makes your crease. What you're going to do is hold your hands there while you're doing the hip hinge so you have a good feel for where that break is and you don't start arching your back. So we're going to do 10 hip hinges. It's going to be important to remember to stick your butt back. So you're going to drive your butt back, and that's going to help engage everything on the back of your body. So here we go. Find your crease and butt back, hinge down to as far as is comfortable, and then back up. Again. Now, don't force any movements here. Again. Listen to your body. Hold it for just a second at the bottom. And think about really, number 4, engaging the muscles on the backs of your legs. And over time, they'll loosen up. 5, and they'll let you go further and further. If you do it every day, it'll happen surprisingly quickly. There's no need to force things. 7. 8. 2 more. And last one. Nice work. So the hip hinge is a fundamental position for changing positions, picking things up. It's the basis for a lot. So, hello, Mr. Truck. So we're going to take the hip hinge and we're going to build into a squat. So the squat starts just like a hip hinge starts. It starts with your hips going back. Then the difference is you're going to start bending your knees. And based on what your upper body's doing, your back's going to be at different angles. It's not important to try and force a particular angle on, you know, what your back is. So you're going to set your feet about hip to shoulder width apart, feet straight forward. As you come down, knees should stay in line with your toes. Don't let them fall out or go too far in. If your feet are starting to rock up off the ground, you're running out of mobility. Now we got helicopters going. It's a noisy day. Give him just a second. All right. Again, don't force it. Go as deep as is comfortable and come back up. Don't force ranges of motion. So, we're going to do 10 squats. Squat to your comfortable depth. Ready? Good. Very nice. 3. Perfect. We're halfway there, guys. Good work. Number 6. Now pay attention. Is what you're wearing restricting your range of motion? 7 and 8. You may find that the things you wear don't really help you move very much. In fact, you may find they get in your way. 1 more. Good work. All right, we're gonna go back to kneeling. It's important, as I was saying, to pick your clothes based on what you need to help move. Don't wear clothes that restrict you too much, or it's going to build into your movement patterns. All right, let's do a little shoulder work here. Start with just holding your arms out to the side, and I want you to turn right hand palm up. I guess they're both going to be palm up. Let's think of a better way. Out for the right, in for the left, and then you're just going to reverse and get a feel for the twist through your shoulders. If you need to take a little break, shake out your arms, that's all right. Do what you got to do. This is just getting your shoulders moving through a larger range of motion. We're kneeling to try and minimize the amount of spinal twisting you can do and keep the motion mostly in the shoulders. Again, don't force the motion. Take it to the end of the range of motion, and then just hold it for a second and feel what muscles are working. For example, my left shoulder is quite a bit stickier than my right shoulder. There's a lot more mobility in my right shoulder than in my left. Make note of those. See how it feels, see how it improves over time. Good. All right, everybody, shake that out. We're gonna do some overhead presses. You're just gonna push your hands straight up over your head. And when you push your hands up, I want you to, don't watch your ribs. You don't want to end up pushing your arms up and arching your back to get the range of motion. If your hands end up a little bit out in front of you, that's okay. Work with that. So we're gonna go 10 reps, pushing straight up overhead. All right, and I want you to try and push up as high as you can without arching your back. 4, 5, good work. 6, 7, these muscles tend to be stress muscles. 8, well, you'll tend to find that if you are stressed out, which 9, most of us are, there will be quite a bit of tension in these muscles. This is a good way to just kind of loosen them out, get them moving again. All right, now we're going to swim our shoulders a little bit. You're going to bring them up and back. And try, there's going to be some movement through the rib cage, but you want to try and get as much of it through the shoulders as possible. All right? And we're just going to kind of backpedal like this. Try and keep a reasonably neutral spine. You don't want to end up arching like this to try and get more range of motion. So nice and relaxed. The less you force this movement, the better your movement pattern's going to be. You won't be recruiting extra muscles that don't need to be involved. So just work those muscles a little bit. Nice. Bring them forward. How does this feel? Does it give you an idea of how good a control you have over your shoulders? Are you using a lot of momentum and just kind of flopping through this, or do you have good control over your shoulders? Excellent work. All right, we're going to do some scapular push-ups now. So scapular push-ups are done from a hand-knee position. And all you're going to do is keep your arms straight and let your chest drop, and then push them back out to a full lockout. All right, we're going to do 10 of these. Keep an eye on your spine, that you're not letting your spine sag to get the motion. So here we go, 10 scap push-ups. Ready? Good. You should be able to just feel them sliding along your back. Take your time, nice and slow and controlled. Watch your elbows and watch your back. Halfway there. 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10. Nice work. All right. We're going to finish up with a little bit of neck work here. We're going to start with doing a head ramp. So what you're going to do is let your head relax down to your chest. And then you're going to use the muscles between your shoulder blades on your back and slowly slide your head back into position. Okay, so it's not going to be picking up your head, it's sliding your head. Okay, these muscles also tend to be really tight on most people, so take your time. Don't force anything, especially with your neck. Do not force things with your neck. We're going to go 10 reps of this, and then we'll move on to a little bit more neck mobility stuff. Okay, slide your head up and back down. Slide your head up, nice and controlled. Hold it at the top and back down. Try not to let your shoulders come forward and use your chest to push things around. Halfway there. Nice work. Very nice. 7. Are you able to feel the muscles in your back working to slide your head up? 2 more. And last one. Good work. We're going to do some rotations. So try and keep that good position you just found with the head slides, or the head ramping rather. And we're going to look to the right. Hold it for just a second and come back. You go 10 reps each side. Nice. Again. 3, 4, halfway. Nice work. Watch on these that you're not lifting your shoulder as you turn. 7, 8, 2 more, 9. Last one. Good work. Let's go the other way. Here we go. Very nice. Try and maintain a good head position. If you need to, stop, reset, do a head ramp to get your position, and keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, last one. 10. Excellent. Now we're going to just push our head forward as far as we can and then pull it back. Call these the turkey. Okay? From the side so you can see what that looks like. All right, we're going to do 10 reps of this. Here we go. Forward and back. Again. Good. 3, 4, halfway. Can you guys feel your neck starting to loosen up? Eight. 2 more. And last one. Good work. All right. And to finish up, we're just going to do a little bit of side-to-side movement with the neck. Try and avoid rotating your head around. You just want to go straight sideways, ear to shoulder. Let's go left to right 10 times. Good. Watch that you don't start arching your back and hold the position at your end range of motion. 4, 5, 6. Good work, good work. 2 more. Last one. Nice work. Now, as you get comfortable with those exercises, you'll be able to speed them up, and this is a great way to warm up for a general movement kind of practice. These are some really foundational movements that you can expand upon, add reps to, add sets. This is a very introductory session here for movement, and we'll build on this and make it more challenging in the near future. I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you very much for joining. Keep with this regularly and you'll see improvements in your mobility big time. Thanks. Have a nice day.